What is up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown. We've got another weekly podcast coming out for you guys today, the first one of August. So I think we can agree we are officially, I know we keep saying it each podcast post Summer League, but August, I think, is the least fun month as an NBA fan. You know, July, you have your Summer League. June, you get your free agency, your drafts, or free agency, I guess, goes into July, but you get the gist. But we do have a little bit of news to talk about. The recent NBA memo that went out to all teams, and even though specifically just talking about two, that's the Blazers and Heat, and just how the NBA could intervene if the Blazers and Heat maybe strike a deal that doesn't seem like it's fair for both sides, or getting frustrated with Dame and his agent for just wanting to go to Miami. And I think it's the first, I mean, would you call it a big story to come out since Dame's officially asked for a trade? Kind of the first domino effect since the first week, because ever since that first week, I mean, I think we're one day away. When this podcast comes out, August 2nd, I think that's the day Dame requested trade in July. It was either the first or the second.
It
So,
was the first.
I mean, it's okay. As we're recording this, it's been a month, and I feel like this is the first big thing to come out of it.
Yeah. Well, the really interesting thing about it all is you mentioned this, Cole, a while ago. I don't know when actually, but you were saying how you just feel bad for Dame because you feel like every other superstar has gotten away with this in the past, where
Yeah.
they've been very vocal about going to one team. Think AD Lakers, think Harden, I guess Nets that would play here. KD. Yeah, I mean anything anywhere KD went. KD what? Nets, Suns. So it is unfortunate, but on the flip side, it's been a month and I still feel like I have not heard anything straight from the source being Damian Lillard. I haven't heard really any official quote. It's all been through his agent. It's all been through the Twitter warriors who are really the people driving all the rumors. I mean, for example, the Twitter account NBA Central, no validity, no accuracy to their claims, but people view it as you know unbiased and official news. Just the point being is there hasn't really been, like you said, any official press releases or news to this ongoing saga between the Blazers, Dame, and unfortunately Miami. But now that the NBA said they'll step in and intervene, it's interesting to see where they go next. I don't know.
I think Dame publicly announcing that he wanted to just play for Miami, I think it was a mistake on his hand. You know, requesting for a trade is one thing. Requesting to a specific team, like I said a couple podcasts ago, it shows your cards in terms of the organization's perspective. But it's unlike Dame's character, I think, to do this. And I think he may have just requested a trade normally, but I want to get your guys' opinion on this. Do you think he requested a trade specifically to Miami, almost like out of anger after just seeing the draft and no moves being made at the Blazers, like a F you guys type
Yeah,
of
like
move?
kind of like a jerk reaction after just not
I feel
doing
like
it.
that's
I don't think
against.
so.
I think that's against Dame. That's against Dame's character as well. I feel like he's very calculated. He's very present. He's very thoughtful with his actions, and he said that before. So I don't think it was a knee-jerk reaction. Obviously, that decision he made 1 month ago, as we're recording this, was some pent-up frustration over the course of probably 5 years or more, and that was kind of the breaking point. Again, it comes back to Dame has not said anything. Here's what I think has happened. I think Dame requested a trade to his inner circle, was like, Miami's my number one spot. And I think his agent has just been kind of selling the bag here and has just been preaching Miami over and over again. And I think it's been a little overkill and it caught the NBA's attention because I think athletes, unfortunately, athletes can't always say what they want to say. And their agent, Chris Haynes is Dame's mouthpiece. His agent has been Dame's mouthpiece. I think if Dame had it his way and there were no ramifications, I think he would himself say, "I want to go to Miami if I'm traded." But that's tampering. He's going to be, in trouble with league brass for the lack of a better word. So his agent has been the one doing it, but I do think it's been a little overkill.
I think from Dame's perspective, yeah, I think it's the agents for 100%. What is it, Aaron Goodwin? I mean, I think it's the first time he's ever had a star player ask for a trade. I'm honestly not sure. I'm assuming Dame's probably his like best client, but I think from Dame's perspective, it's he at the end of the day, he doesn't want to ask out of Portland, like, but he's like, I mean, it's almost like his hand is forced if he truly wants to meet for a championship while he's in his prime. I think that he's just looking at it like if he were to get traded to like Utah, he would probably look back next year, because if he gets traded to Utah, they're not winning a championship with Dame probably. It's Dame, Lowry, Markkanen, and Walker Kessler wins the championship as a big three? No. So if he goes to Utah, he's going to think in the back of his mind, well, I'm not winning a championship here. I don't really want to live in Utah. I should have just stayed in Portland. I think the only place that he's like, okay, it's okay if I leave Portland because I like Miami. I have a chance to compete. I get to play with some of my good friends in the league. You live in Miami. And I honestly think if he just gave a list of teams, or not even a list, just didn't even say anything, I almost think Miami like would have ponied up by now and gave their best of the best offer and I think Miami would have had more motivation to get him if they didn't know that's the only location he wants to go. I think this could be done if he never asked specifically for Miami. But since he asked specifically for Miami, Miami doesn't think they have to give up as much leverage. That's slowing the process down. Because I do think if Miami gives their best of their best offer, it's not the worst offer that I don't think it's the worst offer out there. I think there's better offers from like San Antonio or probably Utah, but I don't even think they are probably interested in Dame that much because I think he's one of the guys that you need to be like one all-star piece away from winning. He's not winning a championship unless like Wemby is, I guess, as good as he is. But even if Wemby is a top 5 player in the league, is Dame and Wemby winning you a championship in the next 2 or 3 years?
Nope.
I don't think so. I think the only place Dame goes and wins a championship is Miami. And I think they're the only team that I just think they're the only team that can get him if they give up their best offer. And when they get him, still will be okay enough to win a championship, because if they have Jimmy, Bam, and Dame, they can fill out their roster with vets. They can fill out their roster with the minimums and just run 7-8 deep, do what the Suns are doing, just rely on star power. So yeah, that was a lot of spooning, just why I think Miami, Dame, like it's just, I think this could have been over if it was approached differently, probably.
I mean, we can talk about trade packages all day, but from Miami's perspective, I think if I'm a Heat fan, I think Dame is the perfect piece to make this team.
Yeah.
As in Miami, a championship squad. I mean, they were the worst offense in the NBA. And then
they were awful.
I don't think that's ever happened before. And let's be honest, they kind of went on I would say, Cinderella run. They probably should have gotten knocked out earlier. Hopefully no Miami fans are here listening to that. You guys are still a great team and all, but back to just the NBA, like, why are you doing this to Dame? Why Dame?
No, it sucks.
He's not Ja. Like, he didn't. I guess Ja didn't request a trade. Well, he did do the Hood. I mean, he's practically already there.
No, he's requesting a trade from the Grizzlies to go to the Hood.
He's already in the Hood though in downtown Memphis. So. But I mean, he's not James Harden. Okay, James Harden's probably a good person, but he's on his strip clubs. I don't know if any dramas happen there. Just Dame is just an amazing person. Like, I mean, a lot of people from the NBA are probably great people, but deep down, I think Dame is probably one of the best.
Yeah, like the first time he's ever had, you could argue, a mistake, and again, none of this has come straight from Dame, so we're just lumping Dame into this. I mean, sure, it's his agent, so he associates with him, but Dame's never done anything like this. Of course, the first time, like, this is probably why this whole time he didn't want to ask out of Portland, because asking for a trade, even though people are like, Dame, you should ask for a trade, somehow you're going to get hate for it, somehow. And Dame's getting hate for it right now because again, deep down, he doesn't want to ask for a trade, but he's trying to like almost like compromise himself. Is that even like, am I saying that right? Like, he's just, he's trying to make it
Find the
as
next
good of a
best
situation
option.
as it can, in leaving Portland, because I think this is a bad case scenario for him. He never wanted to leave Portland. He's just trying to find the best situation outside of Portland, because
Which is fair.
again, if he ends up in a place he doesn't want to be, then it's just going to be, why did I ask out of Portland in the first place?
Right. And on the flip side, you have just the whole business of making a trade and wanting to win the deal and wanting to get back requisite pieces and assets. And I've just been going through Twitter the past few days, just trying to like catch up with news, because I'm it's like we said, it's that time of the year where I'm not immersed in it every day at this point.
Kind of unplugged from Blazer news, honestly.
Right. But apparently a lot of the Heat fans are getting upset at the Blazers because we don't consider Nikola Jovic a generational talent. And Heat fans are getting upset, which is funny. Yeah. So unfortunately, fans on both sides are going to be dumb, and we're going to be dumb. And you know what's funny? I was going to save this for a little later, but I think it's a good time to bring it up because it has to do with just everyone being dumb. And that is there a possibility that he ends up not getting traded?
At
And
all?
All this conversation the past few months,
Dude.
and all this finger pointing on Twitter and finger pointing in the media and NBA striking down their, like, it's gonna be for naught.
Dude.
What's the likelihood?
I don't know how likely it is. All I know is it's getting more likely by the day. I mean, just look at last year. KD, he's the slipperiest serpent in the sunny south, and he didn't get traded until almost a year after. A year after, and Damian Lillard is so much more loyal than KD. So like, and KD's not getting traded requested after a year. So Dame could like, I don't know. I generally change his name.
You said
Generally change his name. Change his mind.
Slipperiest serpent in the sunny south.
I don't know what I said.
So good.
I think the only way that Dame like doesn't get traded at all, like ever, is if somehow like Joe Cronin like Embiid ass out and something to convince Dame to stay. Like, do you think if Joe Cronin, like in this hypothetical, say the Blazers or say Embiid asks out, and you have to give up Scoot, one of Scoot, Shaden, Anthony, Nasir, Nurk, and like picks, and your starting lineup going into next year is Dame, one of Shaden or Anthony, if you can keep him, Jeremy, Matisse, and Embiid. Do you think Joe Cronin would pull a deal for Embiid, or do you think he's just completely out on?
Well, we've had extensive conversation about whether that man could pull a trigger or not.
But say he had the option. Like, do you think?
Yes,
Okay.
I think he would. If Philly is offering us Joel Embiid, and that you have to think, bro. You have to think he would. I don't want to talk about like potential players because like the odds of getting Embiid are like so little.
Quick, just I gotta make sure I get the name right. Quick update. We did cut a player or released a player. Let me make sure. Let's see. Let me see how tall he is. We released Jonathan Williams, who just kind of just on the team.
Anyways, like
last year.
Saying.
Hold on. He's 6'5". Okay, he's actually a guard. So we did actually release a guard. So
Whoa.
Let's give snaps to Joe. Snaps to Joe. Good job,
Good
Joe.
job, Joe.
But I would say we've still
doing his job.
One single player from. It makes sense because at this point, what's the point of bringing anyone in? You're just trying to open up slots for bringing multiple players back in a Dame trade. But what a whirlwind! At just a month ago, at this day, a month ago, at the beginning of this day, we were talking about we just re-signed Jeremy. It's time to go make that splash.
Yep.
Dame's coming out of a meeting with Joe saying how excited Joe is to continue to work with Dame, and then boom, Dame's out.
What do you think the odds are that, like, I want a number, I want a percentage that personally, you think that Lillard will stay? Like, he's in a Blazers uniform 2020, like 5, like he's here for it.
1%.
What
I don't think
percent
it's that
wise?
low.
What'd you
I
say,
think
Wes?
it's that low.
I said 1%.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like 1%. Dame stays completely. I think the percent
No.
Dame is on the team at the start of the season is like
That I'm giving like 20%.
I was gonna still say like 5. I think a deal's gonna go down. I don't think that a deal will get exponentially better from October to February because even if the Heat say do suck or Dame does open up more teams or something, I think if you wanted to go out and get the good deal right now, or maybe not right now, but come September or beginning of October, I think teams by then will be willing to give up the most they are willing to give up.
Right.
And I don't see a world where Dame is still on the team because if you're Miami and the thing holding you back is you don't want to give up both Jaquez and Jovic, or you don't want to give up an extra first round pick, I think you're willing to do that for Damian Lillard if you truly think he's this guy that's going to put you over the top, which you keep acting like he is.
But Jovic is a generational talent.
Okay. By the way, I would rather have Jaquez, but we know why.
Dame's house is not
Bro,
for
also,
sale,
I've never
by
seen
the way.
Jovic play. Why is everyone acting like he's some beast? I genuinely would rather have Jaquez
Because
Jaquez is a better player.
Because when the offer is bad, people try to fit like square pegs in round holes, and now Nikola Jovic is the young star of the package because they don't have anyone else, so they're gonna hype him up as the young star. Sure, dude, he dropped 21 in summer league in Utah, not even in Vegas, in the other summer league, in the booty summer league.
Okay, I don't even know if there is much else to talk about because again, we're just recycling thoughts.
I got one more.
Is there anything else about the whole NBA stepping in?
The what?
If
the NBA stepping in and possibly just finding Dame and finding the Blazers.
Go ahead, Cody. You can go first if you have a point.
No, I don't have one.
Okay. The point I was going to make is that this could maybe give some of the other teams a little bit of life, a little bit of maybe we could throw an offer, and then because the Blazers here, I think what they're trying to do, and I don't know this for sure, this is how I'm perceiving things. I think they're going to try to wait as long as they can until either Dame expands his list, which maybe this NBA news striking down on I only want to go to Miami type of rhetoric could spur Dame to either add teams officially or just behind the scenes be like, look, I really want to go to Miami, but if I had to give you a second, third option, it'd be this. The point is, I think other teams, it's just weird to me that other teams aren't even offering anything for him. I find that hard to believe. And it might just be because Dame is so dead set on going to Miami and they don't want a disgruntled star, but it's just like, I don't think Dame's the type to go to a team that he doesn't really want to be on and be disgruntled, because that's literally has been his career. Like, he's had such a good attitude about being in Portland, and yes, he's loyal and he wants to be here, but in terms of on-court success, let's not act like it's been all sunshine and flowers.
Exactly.
And
that's
rainbows.
why I think the whole wanting to go to Miami thing.
If this was odds right now, the Heat are like minus 400.
Dang, I was trying to find what the over-under for the Blazers wins are next year, but smartly DraftKings doesn't have it because they don't know
Does
what's
my bookie have it?
You think? Never mind.
West, you said that the Blazers will hold off and really try to grind and get the best offer possible. Cole, you thought a couple weeks ago that we are going to get a trash offer. He's going to go to Miami, and we're not going to get that great of a package. You guys still living on that? And how are you feeling after 2 weeks of saying that?
Look, I think it depends on what you think the package will be. I do think come October 1st, Dame will be on the Miami Heat, and the offer will be some form of salary filler. We will get Jaime Jaquez, we will get maybe Nikola Jovic, and we will get at least 3 first-round picks and some pick swaps, maybe 4 first-round picks.
Do you think there's a third team involved?
There will be a third team involved. I think they'll take on Tyler Hero. I think everything that's been reported so far, like all those mock trades, I think that's a pretty good rough estimate of what is going to happen. I will be shocked if Dame is not either in a Blazer uniform to start the season or a Heat uniform, which I guess sounds obvious, but to answer your question, I still would say Dame to the Heat, and I'm 90% on that.
I am probably still in the same boat for my perspective, although I'm more leaning now towards Dame is in Miami, but in a 3-4 team deal where we actually get something back that's from another team that's better than what Miami's offering right now.
Here, basically what I was saying, I don't think we'll get a young piece in the deal that we're like,
Well, yeah, well,
that's no,
Jovic.
Jovic or Hawkes, no, they don't count. But like what we mentioned in one podcast, like Jarrett Allen or Keldon Johnson, or I don't think we're gonna get that. I think the main reason the deal will be solid is because the amount of picks. I think 3 or 4 will come from Miami, 1 or 2 will come from a different team, whether it's pick or pick swaps. There won't be that centerpiece of the deal where you're like, okay, that's a guy that you can have for your future.
If they send Dame to Miami and Tyler Hero,
I also think Nurk will be in the deal.
Okay. If Dame to Miami, Tyler Hero to San Antonio, and we get back Keldon Johnson plus that Miami stuff, and maybe Miami has to give something to San Antonio for taking on Tyler Hero, like a pick or something, like a pick swap, and they'll part ways with Keldon Johnson for a pick swap and Tyler Hero, then to me, that's I feel like I'm right there, and you probably feel like you're right there.
Again, it's kind of judgment. Obviously, if we end up with like a Jarrett Allen or
I'll say
Paxton, then
it's not going to be
it's
not going to be a straight up deal, and I don't think it's going to be a 3-team deal where we get like literal scraps from like where Tyler Hero goes to Brooklyn and we just get Miami's crap and Brooklyn sends like a measly something to us. But I just don't understand in a 3-team deal, why would Brooklyn send out like a first to us, take on Tyler Hero?
It's not. I don't know why everyone's acting like you're taking on Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's not a negative contract. Tyler Hero's like they would give up. They would basically saying we will trade a 1st-round pick for Tyler Hero.
But so Miami, by giving up Tyler Hero, is not going to get anything in return for Tyler Hero. I guess they're getting Dame by rerouting him.
Is that how that they will? Yeah, he will be a part of. Technically, they will have sent out Tyler Hero, Hami Hawkes, picks, Kyle Lowry for Dame. It just goes in different places. The final thing I want to say. The final thing.
Be sad when that happens, dude.
Yeah. I'll say it by the way right here. If we end up with Hami Hawkes, I will have a Hami Hawkes jersey come opening night. Just saying. Okay. You don't even know. I really like him, Cody, because he played for UCLA. He was on the team that went to the Final Four.
I'll take Jovic. I'll take Jovic jersey. I want a generational talent.
Generational talent. I think depending on who we receive in this Dame deal, assuming it happens, which it probably will, I think it's gonna really change how kind of good we are next year, especially if we get like a really solid player. Like I know we want to be the worst team next year and everything, so we get good draft pick, but are we actually going to be the worst last year? Because if you have Sharp, Simons, Grant playing, and then you add another good player, like I think that's the play-in team.
I think we'll be the worst.
Here's what's going to happen, Cody.
Worst team.
Let's say Jarrett Allen, just for the exercise. Let's say Jarrett Allen finds himself in Portland.
Yeah, like that type of player. A player.
Let's say the Blazers are fighting for the play-in. Say we're the 12 seed come February. Maybe like Scooter Shaden had a couple knocks, couple injuries. Jeremy missed some games. All of a sudden in February, Jarrett Allen's going to go down with a bruised foot. Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, like once you realize you're not making the playoffs,
Jeremy Grant's going to go down with a phantom bruise on his quad, and Scoot Henderson is going to go down, and he's going to take personal leave because I don't know.
I'm just saying it's not 2014 anymore. There's a lot of more spots, more chance in the playoffs. So I don't know. I bet it's happened a couple times in the last couple of years that teams purposely try to take accidentally make the playoffs. But
I agree. But think about it from a Blazers perspective.
Maybe
you could have just made the playoffs this year and like so-called accidentally made it. But you want to like once you get to the point, there's zero reason to make the playoffs. I get everyone accidentally makes it, but the Blazers have proved that like they're one of the best tankers in the league, and you've got to give them respect for that. So I think if we want to lose, we will lose. What
Bro,
do you
boy,
think?
quickly.
Where,
But in that vein, just along the tanking vein, what was that? Was it the Warriors when we lost by like 60?
yeah, final game of the season.
Oh my god.
They scored like 56 in the first quarter. Do you guess where we are on the odds to win the championship next year? Like, what worst are we? Are we first worst? Are we eighth worst? Are we 14th worst?
Because I think they're hyping up people, I'm gonna say fourth worst.
I think I was gonna say that. I'll say we're fifth worst.
As of right now, and again, this could be because Damian Lillard is still on the roster. We are the seventh worst. Teams below us is Orlando, who I think will be better than us. Again, this is all assuming we trade Dame. I think Orlando will be better than us.
Your hot take was we get the number 1 overall.
Yeah, I know. So I think a lot of these. I know,
but we're a bottom 4 team.
Indiana, they say, are going to be worse than us. I think they'll be better. And this is just my championship odds. So this isn't actually win total. Houston, I think they could still actually be worse. Actually, they got Fred VanVleet and a couple guys. Maybe not. Charlotte, they say they'll be worse than us. I think Charlotte will be better.
Gonna stink, bro. You know who's going to be chucking?
I think the only team that's like guaranteed to be worse. The only team that's guaranteed to be worse than us is Washington because they have JP putting up 54 shots a game.
Oh, they're going to be so awful.
Okay, but actually the final thing I wanted to say, and I can't believe people are defending Joe Cronin and saying Joe Cronin, like the fact that you're praising Joe Cronin for how he's handling this just baffles me. Don't praise him.
It's spot on what he's doing.
Just be like, actually, maybe you should praise him, but Joe Cronin, he put us in this situation. So don't be happy with how he's handling it. Don't give him any praise. Just don't give him any hate.
I'm not going to give him praise. I'm going to direct some of that blame to Neil. Direct just a little bit of blame to Neil.
No, sure. But all I'm saying is Joe Cronin is not a good GM suddenly because he is a hard ass and won't bow down to Miami's wishes.
He sucks so far. Everything about it.
That's it. We're not going to get in the rant.
Hey, Cody, do you think Scoot Henderson is a good player?
I do.
Who drafted him?
Joe Cronin.
Do you think Shane Sharp's a good player?
You one of the keywords.
No, I'll tell.
Am I done?
Sharp we're not and going Scoot were locks. Scoot and Sharp are locks. Those weren't options. Like you're obviously going to take that once you.
Would you rather have Sharp? Would you rather have Sharp?
If I was a GM, exactly the same time Joe got hired, the Blazers would be not in a worse position than they are now. They'd either be where they are now or better. Period.
Yeah, I agree because they can't be much worse than we are now in terms of like I'm sorry, but a bad GM is still taking Scoot Henderson if he falls to 3.
I'm sorry, but an NBA GM is the easiest job of all. Okay,
it's how pissed would we be at Joe Cronin right now if the Charlotte Hornets were competent and took Scoot Henderson? Don't act like we would be super happy we got Brandon Miller.
I think we would have traded the pick, low-key.
It's like they're acting like they're working hard. They make 4 decisions a year. Sure, they're good clutch decisions, but there's luck involved in the decisions.
I know. But
hey, would you rather have Shaden Sharp would you rather have Shaden Sharp, the first round pick this year, Nasir Little, blah, 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 or OG? And the funny thing was Joe Cronin was trying to do that, and the other Messiah was like, no.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, maybe OG. Dude, okay, we're not getting into players, but again, I've never been in this situation where I'm like basing players' value on potential because the Blazers have never had young players like this. So it is a first for me, but I'm gonna probably lean toward the people that are good at the NBA currently than the guys that are projected to be possibly better. But that's besides the point. Do we have any trivia we want to do to end it? Because
I don't know, but I saw not trivia related. I saw Nurk today.
Yeah.
He's walking around.
Wes, you pull up some trivia while me and Cody wrap a bit. You saw Nurk?
Yeah, he's walking around the track with, I assume, his wife.
Where?
Middle school. Just a track.
Does he look slim?
Yeah, he's losing those LBs. I ran past him and I was like, Bosnian beat. No, I didn't say that, but
you ran by him and you said, I don't know what you would have said.
You're like, Nurk, you wish you had my stamina. Just kidding.
No, he probably does. That's interesting, though.
I wonder why
Nurk is actually in Portland.
Yeah. Okay. No, this was not today. Did I say today? It was like a couple days
ago. Here is our Blazers trivia for the episode. Would you guys like to be on the same team or compete?
We can be same team.
Same
Well,
team.
depends.
Uh,
Yeah, same
this is a list of 10 guys. Actually, you know what? Forget it. We're gonna go hard mode today. We're going 15 guys. You get 3
Alright.
strikes,
15 guys.
and you get 3 strikes. We're going hard mode.
A lot of
If you
Looks like
guys,
this is a TikTok. All right.
if you guys get 10, I'll be impressed. Top 10 made threes on the Trailblazers
Hey,
since
Wes.
2010.
Top
What?
15.
Ooh, it's hard mode. You're right. Top 15 top 15 players and made threes on the Trailblazers since 2009-2010 season, since 2010.
Yeesh. There's gonna be
Is-
some bad players on here.
Okay. Damian Lillard, CJ.
That is number 1 and number 2. Correct.
Whoa, look how good I am at this game. All right. So
I think Anthony will be on there just because he was so good the last 2 years. Anthony.
throw him in.
Anthony Simons is number 5.
Um,
Wesley Matthews. Again, this is top 15.
Wesley Matthews
top
is number
15.
3.
so we can go Batum here with no hesitation.
Yeah, Batum.
Batum is number 4. They clean the top 5 quickly.
No hesitation.
Out of here.
Easy.
Do we go like, all right, gotta be careful because Seth Curry's a great shooter, but there's nothing for 1 year.
How
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna do a wait 11, 12, 13. Oh,
Cody,
Oh,
Do you want to know
okay.
who was kind
No,
of
hold on,
cooking
hold
from
on.
3
Hold
last
on.
year? The
we're
big
going.
man.
I'm changing something.
Kidding.
This is a quick edit in the middle. I was going to do top 15, but now Trailblazer players with at least 153s, so there's a 16th guy.
Okay.
153s in their Trailblazer career. These are guys who had to do it on the Blazers
Yeah.
in their tenure.
Yeah.
Okay. You have the top
Do I-
5.
This is crazy,
I
but
think we can. Yeah. who?
Aldridge was low-key hucking his final 3
No,
years.
he was not. Let's just go. Let's just be like Aminu hucked a bunch of threes. You got to think he
Yeah.
made 150 splashes.
I mean,
Alfred Aminu was number 6 with 417 threes.
Okay,
Mo
then I can
Harkless is on
confidently
there.
say Mo.
Mo Harkless, yeah.
Mo Harkless is going to slide in at the 13 with 189 threes.
Wow. Barely over that 150 mark. Okay.
This is where it's gotta be smart.
Do we go Joel Percival here?
Victor Clavet.
Nick Stauskas.
Ooh, Oliver.
No. Let's see. Okay. Who is on our team in 2020? Carmelo.
Are we confident? Yeah, Melo should be on there.
Oh my God. Easy.
Carmelo Anthony is number 10 at 220 threes.
Okay, think about how long Melo played because I think he was a solid 3-point shooter that probably made about a little over an average amount. He was on our team in the middle of the 2020 season. He signed, and he was with us he played for us for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So what about a guy like
I think Seth Curry played for 2 years. I'm pretty
no,
sure.
he was on for a year for 1 year. And again, he didn't really play a ton with us. I think, what about Gary Trent Jr.?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Gary Trent Jr. slots in at the 9.
Okay. And then not Gary Trent Jr.
Do we go Norman?
I was going to say Norm. He played with us for about a full year. And
He was a starter.
I think
yeah.
Norm should be on there. Norm.
That is strike 1. Norman Powell is first off the list. He only played in 67 games as a Blazer.
Wow. So he would have had to hit 3 threes a game to make the list.
He had 146 threes.
Oh, Norm. You want to know when he could have made those threes? Maybe in game
in the
5?
playoffs. Oh my God.
Was
Strike
he on that team
1.
in game 5? Yeah, he was.
How
Oh,
long
what
are you
about
thinking, Ken?
what?
Nothing go.
The other guy
I'm
on
gonna
that
say
team.
Rocco.
What about Rocco? I think Rocco. A year and a half.
Rocco's number 11.
Okay.
What's the highest number we don't have?
282.
Okay, this is gonna.
What's-
We're not guessing this guy right now, but he was drafted in 2011. He played with us for 9 years. Myers Leonard just could be a shout. He could be a shout. Just not do it yet. Not do it though.
I don't like it.
Okay. What about
I'm trying to think of people on our roster from like 7
could it be
years
anyone
ago.
from last year?
Oh, I know who it could be.
Who?
Alan Crabb.
Alan Crabb, really?
He was
He played with us for a
bas-
while. I like that. I like that.
He was Gary Trent Jr. basically, just
I like that.
worse.
Yeah, Alan Crabb.
Alan Crabb is going to slot in at the 7.
Oh,
Okay.
oh it's
Oh,
so
that-
gross.
That was the
Crab.
highest guy you remaining.
What about Rodney
Nice.
Hood? I don't know because he tore his Achilles early the year following the big playoff or the Western Conference Finals run. I don't remember when we got him. Maybe did we get him at the trade deadline? No, I don't like Rodney Hood.
Bro, I swear it's Aldridge, but
No way Aldridge hit that many threes. There's no way. I never saw him shoot a three.
that's cap, and you know
Okay,
it.
we'll save him. We'll save him.
All right.
Just like we're saving the hammer.
Yeah, sure.
What about like Shabazz Napier?
We're going Seth Curry with Shabazz. I'm sorry, but we just
Okay,
are.
if we want to, so do we think Seth made, say he played 80 games, and that's generous. He would need to make about 2 threes a game. Do we think he did that?
Yes,
That's a lot. If you feel confident in Seth, we can do Seth.
I do. Seth Curry.
Strike 2.
Yeah.
He played in
dang it.
74 games, made 113 threes.
That sucks.
Hate that. Hate that.
I'll give you a little bit of a
Um,
hint.
What about like Mo Williams?
We don't need hint. How many more do we need? 4?
You need number 8, number 12, number 14, 15, 16.
We're cooked.
16 is on the team. That should be a layup.
I mean, it can only be Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy make 150 last year? Hold on. Before we say Jeremy,
was
it's
there
not
anyone else?
Nurk. It's not Nurk.
It's not Nurk. It's not.
Okay.
It's
if
not
we go to
Nasir Little. Yeah,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
You guys have struck it out.
What? I didn't think
Right,
so.
Shaden Sharp.
3. Number 16, the active guy with 151 threes in 192 games is Nas.
Oh, dude, that's so gross. That's a
Number
terrible ratio.
15. Number 15 was Ben McLemore.
Never would have guessed them. Never
Yep.
would have guessed them.
Number
Yep.
14, Steve Blake.
Never would have guessed him either.
Honestly, never would have guessed them.
Number 12, Rudy Fernandez.
Bro, no, would not have guessed them because he was like,
And
I think of the
number
Dame
8,
here.
number 8, Cole wanted to do it. Cody didn't. The Hammer.
The Hammer.
dude, you
Yeah.
got. I
Where
know
was
him.
that?
Cody, I'm
Where's
not
Aldridge?
Cody,
Where
I'm
was
not gonna
Aldridge?
lie. Aldridge is like not even top like 50. Okay, no, he probably is.
Let me see how many career threes LaMarcus Aldridge has. Let's see. Do you think he has 150 career threes? Not even
Oh
just
yeah.
with the
Oh yeah.
Blazers.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Okay. Oh yeah. You're gonna be crazy when you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
All right. What are you gonna do if you're wrong?
I don't even need to think about that because I know I'm right.
Let's see. How do I look at totals? He made 227 in his career. Oh, you were right about he hucked in the last year. His career high in a season up until 2014-15 was 7. And he made 37 in 2014-15.
All right, last one here. Last quick trivia. This is top 10. This doesn't have to be on TikTok. This is a little head-to-head battle between Cody and Cole. Okay, you get 3 strikes, you're out.
All right.
So it's individual. You guys go back and forth. Cody, am I holding a 1 or a 2 off screen?
A 2.
I'm holding a 1. Cole, you can go first.
He was definitely on the 2.
I was holding a 1. Top 10 points. Top 10 total points on the Blazers since 2010. It should be easy until we get to the bottom, and then you got to.
Okay, let's go Dame.
Damian Lillard is number 1.
Wait. Sorry. Points per game or you said total?
Total points.
All right. Aldridge.
Aldridge is number 3.
CJ.
CJ's number 2.
Nurk.
Nurk, number 6.
Let's go Wesley Matthews.
Number 4.
We're missing 5.
Let's go. Not Simons. I'll go 2010, right?
Since 2010.
I'll go Batum.
Batum's number 5.
I think this is where it gets interesting.
7 through 10 here.
This is when it gets really interesting.
Yeah, the tops. Top six. We're
Simons
gonna be,
obviously has scored a lot of points, but he's also sat a lot
Oh
of
wait, no.
games.
You guys have said the top six.
Yeah. Because we said we said Nurk was 6.
Okay, you said Nurk. I want to make sure you said Nurk.
Okay, there's so many ways we could go with this.
This is gonna be hard.
Let's go with Aminu.
Aminu is number 8.
Wow, let's go.
Such a good guess. Do I go the Harkless card? I don't know if I do. Aminu scored more than Harkless, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he did.
Harkless was on the team for so long. I can't not choose him. I'm not going Melo. I'm not going Simons.
Go Melo.
I'm actually not going to do that. Give me Harkless.
The strike one for Cody. He's number 11.
Oof.
Oh,
okay, this is where
Number 11 by like 60 points.
this is where Simons is.
Take a commanding lead here.
Simons is the answer that we can go to at any time, pretty much, because it could be him. But I'm gonna go with a guy that was on the Western Conference Finals team. Oh no, he did not play. He only played with us I'm gonna go Simons.
Simons is number
Heck
7.
no. What?
Yeah. Dude, you got to think these dudes that play with the Dame suck.
Yeah, these guys are bums.
I will say this. CJ's the bottom guy, number 10, scored just over 2,000 points with the Blazers. CJ's number 2 with 10,000. Dame's number 1 with almost 20,000.
I've got a couple guesses in my pocket.
All right.
Yeah,
Cody's got to get back to back here. There's only 2 left.
Yeah, well, I don't. Whiteside
No,
played for a year.
No, he doesn't. Is it just whoever's first with 3 strikes? We'll just keep going back and forth, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I mean, but it's top 10, so I guess you can.
True.
So there's only 2 more answers left.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, well, looks like I'm about to get a strike 2 here. Melo. No, it's got to be someone on the team longer than Melo. That was on the team longer than Melo. The Blazers didn't score over 70 points back in the day, so I don't even know if I should go.
It's since 2010.
Yeah, that is back in the day. Who was on that Aldridge Wesley Matthews Batum team? JJ Hickson, Raymond Felton. Oh, why do I think it's JJ Hickson? No, that's the worst guess. Oh my god, I feel like I've seen this list before, and I feel like he might have been on there. I'm thinking of a different list.
No, I don't think he's on. He was on when we did the points per game average. He was on there, I think.
No, that's the list. Yeah, so it's definitely not JJ Hickson. Whiteside. Oh, I gotta take a guess here because this is podcast, not edited out. I'll go Carmelo.
Strike 2. He's 14. Not a bad guess. All right, Cole. If you get this, you can seal it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. This is the guy I was gonna guess. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go Plumlee.
That's a great guess.
Plumlee is number 18. Strike.
Wow.
1 for Cole. Cody, you have 1 strike left. You gotta have to pull something here.
I have a life.
You have 1 life left.
There are 2 left.
There's 2 left. 9 and 10.
Okay, bro. What?
There's no way Whiteside got more than Plumlee. I don't know why I keep saying Whiteside. It's definitely not him. Played for a year. Power forward.
There's just a guy we're missing.
Would you like, it is Cody's turn, so it could be cheap since he gets the first guess. Do you want a hint?
No.
No hints.
I can give you how many games he played as a Blazer.
No, it's fine.
I can give you his points per game as a Blazer.
No point. No hints.
You know what? I think from last time, I think I'm going Alan Crabb again.
Again? Are you going Alan Crabb?
Yeah.
Strike 3. Alan Crabb is number 13. Cody
My
gets
final
11,
guess would have been
13.
Evan Turner.
Evan Turner is 15.
Gee, who is it?
Would you guys can just spit off, guys, if you want to try, or I can just tell you. Now, can I tell you his?
Sure.
Number 9 played in 393 games as a Blazer and averaged a career 5.6 on the team. Longevity.
Steve Blake?
No, but he is white.
Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard is number 9.
That is disgusting.
That's so sad.
Number 10, played in 163 games and averaged 13.3 in 6. He's a
That's
guard.
good.
Mo Williams?
No.
I have this is gonna be an insane shot. Is it B Roy?
B Roy's 12. No, but it's not.
Wow,
B-Roy.
B-Roy is still 12. I guess he still was pretty good in 2010, or he was really good.
He shot
Andre Miller?
Andre Miller.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
All right.
Wow, bro. Myers Leonard is in there. That is so
This was the Myers
sad.
Leonard episode. He was on both. He's just played in so many games, dude.
That's
he
still
literally
so
was
sad.
But it's really not. Since 2010, he played out of the 13, 14 qualified
Yeah,
seasons.
but if we
he's been
looked
in
at
9 of them.
like if we looked at the Heat, it wouldn't be Udonis Haslem is probably not in there. Or if we looked at other teams that have these guys,
Let's see if okay. Well, they have LeBron.
but that's what I mean. Let's get Dame some help. Or like
Yeah.
OKC or Phoenix isn't whoever a crappy vet at Phoenix is. I don't know. That's just was never guessing Myers Leonard. Probably could have pulled
Hey,
up.
Udonis Haslem's like 15 on the Heat.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean,
All right.
he was actually
Anything else? Or are we cool to
We're
wrap it
good.
up?
Bremini's here.
I think that is it. Bermini is here. By the way, if you haven't seen the RBR Olympics video, go to Cody Peterson's YouTube channel if you want to go check that out. If you know,
If you guys
you
care
know.
about us, that is some
If you know, you
personal
know.
stuff.
Maybe I'll promote it, bro. What if I promote that Rip City Rundown? It's a good video. But that's it for the podcast, guys. Hope you enjoyed a little trivia to close it out. That was pretty fun. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of Dame talk. But make sure to go follow our TikTok because we're spewing out a ton of trivia here the last couple weeks, and we will continue throughout the offseason. And you might see some long-form trivia content on our YouTube as well. So be on the lookout for that. We'll see you guys in the next podcast. Peace out.